Hi, I'm Christian, and this is Seal Auto Sports. Welcome to the channel. As you may know from the first video, this is a fairly new channel to YouTube, so welcome. And bear with me. This channel is going to be all about fun, talk about cars, all that good stuff. But let's get into it. This is my 1993 Dodge Viper RT10, and today we're going to talk about the 5 things I like about this car. Starting with number 5. Number 5 has to be how rare you see this car on the road. You rarely see this car, if you're lucky, more than once a year. I know growing up, I probably saw it maybe once a year, and how excited I was to see this car when I did get to see it on the road. Compared to other vehicles, by far comes on top. Number 4 has to be the history of the car. At the time, Carroll Shelby had the hand in designing this car. He teamed up with Chrysler, and at the time, Chrysler owned Lamborghini. So all those factors came into play, and that's the reason why number 4 on the list is the history of the car and how iconic it is. In such short span of time, a little over 20 years, the Viper has set track records and just proved itself to be an American contender to the Corvette, to be an American supercar, not just an American sports car. Moving forward, number 3 has to be the manual transmission. Come here. Every Viper ever made came with a manual transmission. Not one Viper came from the manufacturer with an automatic transmission. And that's what I like about this car. No matter what brand, model you come across, it's always a manual transmission. However, there are companies that do automatic conversions for people that are unfortunate, that are disabled, and I can understand that. That's fine. But from the manufacturer, always came standard manual transmission, 6-speed manual transmission, a T56 manual transmission to be exact. Number 2 is the engine. Here we have number 2 on the list is the engine. Every Viper came with a 10-cylinder V10 engine. This model, to be exact, is a 1993, so it came with an 8-liter, 488 cubic inch, 10-cylinder engine. Now, on the market, there's not a lot of sports cars out there that came with a V10. Besides this one, you have the Audi R8. But back in the 90s, an affordable supercar, there was not many options. So, and Ford and Chevrolet, they came out with their respective iconic muscle cars, but with the V8. This one is a V10, which is why it's number 2 on the list. Now, to be exact, this car, my car, bone stock, except for smooth tubes. But moving forward, this is the reason why this is number 2 on the list. It's iconic. Now, moving to number 1 is the timeless styling of this car. No matter what year you get, there's not much change to the car. Not much change at all. This is a 1993 Dodge Viper. And if you look up all the generations, there are 5 generations to be exact. Gen 1 and Gen 2 Viper are very similar, except Gen 2 has a hood scoop in the front and a few other pieces. But respectively, Gen 1 and Gen 2 are basically the same. Gen 3 is a little bit different. They want to change it up a bit. And then Gen 5 was respectively a modernized Gen 1 and 2 Viper. And I did not mention Gen 4 because Gen 3 and Gen 4 are basically the same, except Gen 4, they made more of the coupe versions of the Gen 3. But how the span of 20 plus years, they did not have to do much styling changes at all. Whereas other cars in the span of 10 years, 4 or 5 different models come out, different styling has come out. And this is why number 1 on the list has to be the styling of this vehicle. And I've got to say, I'm glad I got it when I did. And this is the top 5 things I like about my car. Now, stay tuned next week when we go over the 5 things I hate about this car. But that doesn't overpower the top 5 things I like about this car. But, you know, every car has its quirks, right? So, thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And, as always, please like and subscribe. Thank you.